going to feed these kids. Hello! How come your farm doesn't have many fruiting trees? And you're dumber, Ramos, don't you eat horses anyway? Good morning, you beautiful people. So, sitting with a sick donkey today. We found him lying there this morning, trying to quickly put in the drip. So I'm gonna cut this clip short. He's not being happy. We found him lying there grunting and yellow discharge coming from his nose. Vet is here behind me doing his thing, and so all thumbs. Hopefully this goes well. While we were at Swakop, we got frost, and obviously everything that's not frost hardy died. So this is pumpkins, tomatoes, only the winter crop survived. So we are harvesting every single green tomato and green pepper and pumpkin, everything that's got damaged. Like this is a pretty young pumpkin lying over here. Should be ready to be eaten, but you can see the whole plant is in a very sad state, so we're harvesting it. Lisa said it's one of the reasons why I should focus on getting things in on the right things in on the right time, and she is right. Some tomatoes were obviously got in at the right time. We tried to spread them out a little bit. We had a big tomato harvest already, but we missed, or we lost a hell of a lot now just because our timing wasn't exactly right. But it's also one of the reasons people asked a while ago why I don't make babies with all the tomato cuttings that we take off, and that was the reason. All the green peppers, they're basically gone, dead. We will harvest all of them. If you have great recipes what to do with green tomatoes, I'm very willing to look at that. We're gonna have abundance now of green tomatoes, so what we'll do with them, that's going to be a different story. So the horse I showed you this morning has unfortunately passed away. We're busy digging a hole, and we're gonna plant one of the apple trees on top of it to make it nice. The horse really liked apples, so you can imagine the family is quite sad about the whole situation. There's been a lot of crying in this house today. At Spar to buy some things for my chutney, green tomato chutney, and it occurred to me how many of these things I would have available very soon coming from my own garden. But I also want to show you, got 2 jars of honey that came from our own farm. So Lisa said I should definitely charge a rent, or at least some sort of compensation for having the guy have his bees on my land. So I just called him and I said, listen, I need some money, and he said, yeah, I owe you some rent, come and collect. So he gave me 2 jars. How cool is that? Unheated and unpasteurized, 100% natural honey, all from our own land. That with the chutney making process, Maureen is now the chief in charge.
Yes.
She took over, I WhatsApped her the recipe. She's going to be working on the recipe. Lisa is painting, and she's making chicken soup for my stomach, which is awesome. And there is some parts of chutney happening down there. Okay, so I'm back at Manette. Now this time the whole meal wasn't sponsored by us, but because of people like you, we could sponsor all the vegetables at least. That's going to feed these kids. Hello! So how cool is that? Manette is obviously the superstar. Manette is the one there in the red, and she's making sure these kids get food. And so she just came and said, listen, I need a lot of vegetables, and I said, there's the garden, go get whatever you can. Grab vegetables from there. Made some stew from that. From somebody else she got rice and other foods as well. We did not supply the meat this time, we did not supply the rice. but they do get that as well as part of this meal. So very, 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 very grateful. Um, all of these kids are having vegetables because of you. I quickly want to show you Brendo and Ims is now has built this chicken cage for Manette. Brenda is our sister channel in Australia. Food Forest Oz, you should follow him. There's always a link in my description. They're busy putting up a chicken cage for Manette, which I think is awesome. The garden, as you can see, no frost damage at all. How awesome is that? Let me rush in there quickly. Excuse me. Sorry. So I didn't get the excuse me thing. Okay, so absolutely no frost damage. My garden is completely destroyed. Look how there's mulch just simply everywhere. How awesome is that? That is a avo tree surviving through the frost. Papayas. I think this township must be warmer than our plot because every time I get frost damage they don't. And so tomatoes are doing so well. Oh, this is wonderful. Okay, now let's go see the progress at Maureen's house. Okay, we are here at the place where we're building Maureen's house. Progress is not progressing as fast as I would have liked. I was down sick yesterday and today the shops are closed and somehow I ordered the wrong amount of zincs. So what I did is I took Beshi's list. Beshi made fun of me for miscalculating the zincs on Wally's sunroom. I took Wally's list and I just WhatsApped it to Pupkowitz and I said, give me a quote on this. So obviously I am to blame, but this one I want to put in front of Beshi's door. But anyways, whoa, the big dust storm coming through here. Okay, so we basically need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 8 zinc more to complete this house. And then we've got a house. So how cool is that? It should be, I guess it should be done by Friday. There's some people that send me money from PayPal. I just recently got my PayPal connected and I'm so thankful. Really happy. And so I want to read you those names quickly of the people that did that. Maureen Atsali, thank you so much. Michael Schum, I was hoping it would be Michael Schumacher, but I'm really appreciating that. Sabine Rolhoff, really appreciate that. And then I quickly just want to see, let me just put this tripod up here. Maybe I can do a couple of Q&As as well while I'm sitting here. Okay, buy me a coffees recently. Just 1 second. The last one I got from Orpa Zerkel. Thank you so much, Orpa. I really appreciate that. And then Wolfgang, he bought one. And Krista and Mariel. We really enjoy your videos and the stories, the good times and the difficult ones. Sorry about the horse. I assume they saw the video of the previous horse that died. This is now the next horse that died. Luckily, it's way apart. Very different causes. The horse that passed away today, the vet said it's. I wasn't there when he explained it to Lisa and my wife, but he said it was an infection in the lungs, and we maybe could have kept him alive for a little bit longer, but he didn't have. He would have had a difficult life, and so. Yeah, it's a good thing that he died. I don't like the idea to say that it's a good thing that he died, but according to the vet, that's what it means. The very bad thing about this is we saw no symptoms until about 3 days ago. 3 days ago, my wife walked out of the house and she said that horse is sick. And he showed so little symptoms that I said to her, listen, just chill, you know, you're over paranoid. Just chill, it's not. And we got the vet out, the vet checked, he did have a bit of a fever, we gave him some stuff, the vet did all the things that vets do. So for the last 3 days, the vet was there every day, at least once a day, maybe sometimes twice a day. And this morning when I walked out, it was just chaos. Let's have a look at some Q&As. Do you worry at all about stealing from your tractors? I abandoned a mobile animal structure here because of theft. At night, I had to secure all livestock except the pigs. Nobody can steal a squealing pig. Yes, I do. Sheep, I'll never leave in a tractor outside. I'll always have them sleep next to the house because sheep get stolen very, very nicely. Pigs, I'm also not scared that they will steal a pig. And chickens, I'm sure they'll steal a chicken. So yes, it is a fear. Keep up the good work. PS, have you got a record for the total fallen amount of rain this year? I don't. I lost track. I had a whole nice spreadsheet. I lost track. I'll see if my neighbors can maybe find one. I got a rain gauge. I kept a nice Excel sheet, and somehow I lost track. Can we get an update of IMSA's tour, backyard, water tanks and trees back there at some point? Yes, you can. I just don't have it now. Are you going to add wheels to the pig tractor? So no. The tractors are based on loose gates, so you can move the gates. I'll have to show you that. You'll have to keep on watching. I'll have to show you how we move a tractor. We're still waiting for one gate that hasn't arrived yet from Pupkowitz. Once we've got that, then the chicken tractor can be moved without the pigs escaping and just loosening a track here and there. Okay. Okay, this is some difficult questions. What is the state of IMSA's shop? Is it open daily and sustainable after having some issues in the beginning? What are his best sellers, and is he selling chicken, pork or veggies from the farm? That's the first question. Okay, so I am not 100% sure. IMS does get pig from me. He sometimes does take vegetables from me. Brendo is obviously the superhero helping IMS. He's running through his finances. He's getting him to get to a stage. Hello, how are you? Good, good. I'm just making a video. Yeah. So maybe like that, then you can see yourself. You see. What is your name?
My name King.
Say again?
King.
King. You can sit here if you like. And so Brenda is helping him set that up. And Brenda said to him, listen, 1 year the shop needs to be sustainable. So Brenda is pushing him. They're having daily WhatsApp calls or daily WhatsApp conversations up and down. My main thing is I ran out of time a little bit, trying to manage the farm and trying to manage everything in the township. The car key, yeah.
Let me check.
You want to check the car key? Don't go away with my car key. It's not my best car key. It's my only car key. Yeah. Okay. Are you planning to plant berry bushes and other bushy plants, trees below the bigger existing trees around the property to create a second level floor of the permaculture design? Definitely, definitely. So in the big food forest that we're planting now, there will definitely be levels, different levels. And we are not taking out any of the existing trees. We are going to work with those and plant below those and use them as a canopy. What is your dream for the farm produce? Supply restaurants, a market stand, supply supermarkets. Much love from Germany. So this all these questions came from Havergo. So my dream is to have people come down the farm, be able to harvest there. Ideally harvest for themselves as well. And then whatever tourists don't harvest, I harvest and I sell to shops. That's my idea. I would love to have campsites. I would love to have it become a tourist destination where people come and stay and then walk around the orchards and pluck something and maybe go cook it in their campsite, or you know, go to the shop and say, listen, I harvested this, let me buy this, and they take it home somewhere. I think ideally the rule one day will be you can harvest whatever you can eat while you're on the farm, and then if you want to take something out, you have to pay for it. But there's a bit of an honesty system to it. I haven't worked it out completely yet, but we'll take it from there. See? Can you pull a funny face?
Eh?
Pull a funny face. Um, have you seen the setups for solar panels going into a sand battery? I have not seen that setup yet. I should Google it. I have seen where they do like solar reflections onto a sand panel. I think those things are awesome. If you had a wish list, are there any specific tools or machines you'd like to have? Wow, yeah, there's like everything. There's so many things. Lisa and I spoke about some things that we need for the market garden, or what we should get for the market garden to make. She sees a lot of ways that we can make the market garden more productive. Um, uh, Mikon's garden, the one that's under a net. But yes, there's so many tools that I always see that I would love to have. Um, I can't name an exact one now. I can't name an exact one now that I think would be great. But I'll definitely. The biggest tool that I need, if you can see it as a tool that I currently need, is probably a laptop. I'm still editing all my videos on my phone. My laptop is just too slow, and that's probably the biggest tool that I need. I created a new website where you can have like a crowdfunding goal thing. So I'm thinking of doing that. If you guys think that could be something to say, listen, a laptop is this crazy amount of money, which it is. Laptops are silly amounts of money, and maybe we can have a goal where people can donate, you know, $5 at a time or something until I can buy a laptop. That would be grand. Okay, this one's from Dragonfly Sparkles. This was about the coffee mugs that we now sell on that specific shop. Link it below. How do you find out the shipping tariffs? So the website gives it to you. It creates the things locally, and then it works out the tariffs from there. Okay, this question was on that video where we did the video with the permaculture expert. Why is there so much uncovered soil? I assume for two reasons. In Namibia, we grow up with bare soil being pretty. Is the one reason. It's okay. He's not bothering me. Yeah, he's not bothering me at all. It's okay. It's okay. Ja, ja, no, no. Almost. Okay, aangename kennis. Okay. Okay, so this is, what is your name?
My name is Jonas.
Jonas. Jonas, aangename kennis. So Jonas just came to grab. What is your name again?
King.
King. Jonas just came to grab King. He thought he was bothering me, but he's not. We are having a great time here. If you like, he can sit here with us as well. He can check himself in the camera. What is his name?
Jacob.
Jeko. His name is Jeko. So if they want, they can sit here with me. I'm just making. And his name is Erwe. 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 Elroy. Sorry, Elroy. You can see yourself there. And so okay, so two reasons the soil was barren. We grow up with barren soil, but in a garden being pretty. That's one of the reasons, and I assume the next reason is termites. And that's just what I assume. I didn't ask him, but that look there is much less barren than you would find any other garden. Being cleanly raked and completely barren of life, that is the standard practice for a garden. Okay, so how many? We're on 11 minutes now. Okay, I just need to. Okay. Isn't it an option to heat the chicken tent or the shade house by putting a plastic barrel of hot water inside in the evening? Yes, it is. We're considering that. During this winter, I'm not going to do it simply because I need to finish other projects. But hot water, filtering hot water through pipes and having that as a hot water for the chicken house is a fantastic idea. Now I definitely think I will do that in the do that. Wolfgang asked 7 days ago what happened to the dry winter. Well, that was when the rain started while we were putting out the food forest. I think that was the last couple of drops that we experienced, and I hope, because it's now bloody cold at night, I hope that is the last rain. Otherwise, everything will die, including me. You know, when it's this cold, my wife and I, we all of a sudden we fall in love again. We cuddle at night, like we've only just met. Um, Okay, Gary Hancock asked, talking of digging, did you need to dig out your swales yet? There has been a lot of sediment coming in since the first dug. No, my swales hasn't had to be dug out yet. This year, very little. All the sediment settles in Beshes Dam. So we will probably have to dig that out for the next raining season. We haven't got our proper dam in there yet as well. As big as we have, although the dam was big enough to catch every single drop of water this year, no water left Beshes Dam. I think maybe once has left Beshes Dam to come onto the rest of the property. Everything stayed put in Beshes Dam, but the rain was a strange kind of rain. It was no running on the ground kind of rain this year, or very little. Okay, this message was when we first did Maureen's house, the one where I'm sitting in now. Can you read? Not yet. Okay. Why is there barbed wire on everyone's walls? We have crime. Um, people get hungry and people steal. So there's two different kinds of African villages. The one where everybody knows each other, and then you have this one that's sort of forced, where it's basically everybody gets forced into wherever you can find a place to live, you live. So there's no real sense of community. The neighbors don't necessarily know each other. They don't go to the same churches. They don't belong to the same tribes. Um, there's big differences between the neighbors. And so I think we have 11 basic tribes in Namibia. I'm speaking completely under the correction, but we have at least 5 big ones. And so every single person belongs to a different tribe, and our tribal lines are quite strong. You know when your neighbor doesn't belong to the same tribe. The jokes are different, the language is different, the religion is different, the diet is different. So many things are different. And people get hungry, they are poor, they steal from one another, and to protect that you put barbed wire around your fence. What kind of kickboxing do I practice? I suck at kickboxing, to be quite frank. I'm really not a great fighter, but we do. It's a mixed martial arts course called RCFA. We try. I got kicked in the jaw the other day, just in a practice thing, to such an extent that I thought I saw my ancestors. But I feel better now again. I greeted the guy like this the next time. I said to him, "Hello, Pierre, how are you?" And he felt very bad about kicking me so hard on my jaw because it was just an exercise. He wasn't supposed to kick me on my jaw. How much extra for the insulation of the roof? Now, this house, you can imagine, we'll seal those holes there and above there and here. I will take builder's foam and we'll seal all of that. But this is thin metal plate. So this house will be hot in the summer and seriously cold in the winter. And so isolating the roof I don't think is going to help a lot. I haven't priced it yet. Because the walls are not isolated. Isolating the roof might not help. How come your farm doesn't have many fruiting trees? Now this is a great question. I started with the idea of planting everything that I love. So I planted a hell of a lot of mangoes and a lot of papayas. And I had like a papaya circle, and everything grew great until the first frost. And so a big giant failure. It was chaos. Um, I uh, realized that I should focus on citrus and peaches and stone fruit and other things that can handle the cold. So we're still a very young channel, very young food forest. I'm still young, very new in the game, and I had giant failures with the first frost. Okay. Have you mapped out your pig tractor route and done any planning prep for where you are going to move them? How easy is it go move? How long will the pigs stay for each move? So currently I'm having those pigs in there now for 3 days before the first move. 2 reasons: I don't have the last gate yet, and I think they can do a lot more scratching on the soil. There's no plants there that they can kill, so it's not like I need to move them before they kill any plants. They will. I keep on switching the screen on so the kids can see themselves on the screen. Hey, can you see them yourself there? That one. Why? Wave like this. Wave. See? Okay. So for now, three days. If that first gate comes, then I'll move it and I'll show you how to move it. Uh, could you show the table with the amounts of hatched ducklings and pigs and blah blah blah? I can't. I have not kept good enough books of that, but I definitely should. Definitely should. So I haven't read all of these questions yet, so that's why I hesitate and think a little bit. So he asked, could you show a table with the amount of hatched ducklings, chicken, pigs, lambs and calves over the years to better showcase the growth of the size of your farm operations? A bit nerdy, I know, but interesting nonetheless. Maybe even goal numbers for the coming years. And that's the one. So I read this last night and I thought, oh my goodness, it's such a valid question, and I don't have a good answer for it. Do you have an estimate of how much the house will cost? Okay, so currently we've spent about 4,000 Namibian dollars on this house, and we'll probably spend another, I guess, about another 3,000 Namibian dollars on it without the labor. So that's not calculating labor or anything like that. Yeah, maybe a little bit more if we take into account the window and the around there. But yeah, thank you in any case to everybody helping to contribute to this. We're almost done and almost there. I really appreciate it. The trees will grow and break the net house? Question mark. So I've been promised. I'm happy. Thank you. Thank you. Just him coming to offer me a chair. I didn't plan to make this movie. I didn't tell them I'm coming, so they're very gracious in having me here. I just came in, wanted to just make a video, and then as soon as I sat down, I thought let's do some pros and cons, some questions. What am I talking about? Some questions and answers. Okay, and then everybody that said yesterday that they hope I feel better, I am. I'm feeling like $1,000,000. My stomach's not right at all. Everything's still running, but for some reason my energy is back. I had lots of chicken broth and salts and things like that, rehydrate thingies. And somebody said to me I shouldn't eat bird food, I should eat eggs. And then you changed my life, because I grew up on eating bland, just bland bread and rice when you're sick. And so I googled, can I eat eggs? And I can, and I'm so happy because I'm so flippin' starving. I need to reset my stomach. Yeah, so I feel great today. Thank you so much. Eames, you must come hold the camera for me. Eames, ask your question again. I want to explain this to you in front of the camera. Ask again, let me see.
Okay, why do you want to put now the plant on the in the middle of the
Of the hole where the horse is
Yeah.
staying. So why not? I would like to understand why don't you want to do that?
Because me, on my understanding, how will now this plant survive while there's those rotten things and those
That's food for plants.
what about the plants that are coming here will not be like
Unless are not some free. They'll just grow together, my dear. Even you plant there.
Is
my
it
plan
it,
is like to
it,
put
uh,
it here on the side.
but is it disgusting for you? Is it gross?
Yeah, it's
No.
You will not eat those apples.
no.
They pervatale. The flesh.
You must speak English.
Okay. The meat that is inside there, it will not be longer be the olive bones. So the tree will just come out. It will not catch any apple or smell of anything on that tree.
So the what happens is the roots take only the nutrients. There's no blood, no nothing. And you're Damaramos, don't you eat horses anyway?
Yeah, this is a donkey. Yeah,
You only eat donkey, you don't eat horses.
no, they don't lie.
Okay. So but it's the circle of life. If I put manure in there, you will eat the apple.
Yeah, that's me.
But if I put meat in there, you will not eat the apple.
Not at all. Seriously,
Ah, that's interesting. So it's a circle of life, you know.
yeah, because okay, what if you put it here on the side?
So what I'm
Will it
saying
not
is,
grow?
you plant grass. The animal eats the grass. The man eats the animal. You plant the man in the hole. The tree eats the man. The man, you know, man eat the tree. It's the circle. It's like a circle like that.
How about this one?
You will not eat it. Okay, that's very interesting. Okay, so that apple, Lucky, will you eat it? Sal jy hom eat?
Yeah, exactly.
Maureen?
Nothing. Oh, look, is nothing. It's the tree and the apple is on top. Yeah? It will not catch any blood, anything. Oh, people.
That it goes there. As you put it with the water. Yeah, when you put the water.
You guys, stop there, my dear. Well, you not schooling. Well, you not schooling.
Check me, I understand, but that meat
I say the meat is under. It will not even catch the apple.
I come to the water. The water that you are watering there, that thing, I don't think it will also. Will it grow? Yeah, I know it's manure, but look here.
So just the pumpkins that was growing here, will you eat them?
Yeah, this one I can eat them because this one is was on the just
But there's manure there.
but it's now different with the other one. That's
It's not meat. Ik weet het. Very interesting how cultures differ. I think that's going to be the end of my story. Please leave more questions below. If I missed your question, I'm sorry. This is all I have for now. I think that's going to be the end of my story. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the motto.